when you start, I want you to put your markers like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. You see this black line? You want to put the markers on top of the point where they intersect. And that'll come into play later when you're dodging around shit. But this is what I think you should do. I think you should put the markers right here because it'll come into play later. At the very beginning of the fight, okay? He's going to cast one of two things. This cast right here, it's either going to be Tetra Flare or Octo Flare. Tetra Flare is buddies. Octo Flare is spread. So in this case, it's going to be stack. These casts will come in later. You know what? We'll just go over these right now. So this like blue line and shit, this is really easy to figure out. All I do, I just look at this square, and this square. That's it. If you see a blue line, go right there, then this is dangerous. If you see a blue line, go right there. This is dangerous. If you don't see a blue line here or here, then that means it's safe. That's how I find that spot every time. If there's a blue line here and a blue line here, then it means this square right here is safe. That's just how I found it. So like, I look, and out of the corner of my eye, I see that there's a blue line right here. And then I don't see one right here. So then I move back. Now, this is one thing to keep in mind. See this black line right here? These black lines are one of the most important things you need to look at. When he does a mechanic that targets the inside spot, it's going to target all that, and right here on this side of the line is going to be safe. But when he does a mechanic that targets the outside, inside this line is going to be safe. So if it's a snake, you need to be outside. And if it's wings, or sorry, phoenix, because the phoenix has wings, you want to be inside. That's just how I remember it. And then he's going to do it at the same time. So see how this is snake? So there's two mechanics going on. There's this line shit. So this is the safe rectangle right here. And because he's doing the snake, you don't want to be inside here. You want to be out. So you need to look at two different lines. Or whatever, a dragon.
Yo, dragon these nuts. Got him.
All right, this buster, you just voke and swap. And then you can take it back. Yeah, and then you have to voke back. That's it.
Can you hiss, please? Since you asked nice.
Yo, so right here, he's going to transform, you know? He's going to transform. And if he transforms and has this snake arm, it's going to be a chariot. So you need to get the fuck out. So you just need to be on the outside of the hitbox. If he turns into the dog, you need to pop your anti-knockback and stand like right here. And the reason why I say stand right here, so just in case you don't pop it in time, it'll knock you to the corner and won't fucking kill you. Yeah. I was having a bad day and that hiss cheered me up. No way. Really? Okay. So, okay. All right. If you look, you're going to get these debuffs, right? This one just means you're going first and the 2 means you're going second. This one right here means you're a voice. When this debuff expires, which is right here, you're going to send out a cone in front of you that petrifies everything. And then this one right here, this green one, I don't have this green one, but basically the green one is an AoE explosion around you. What we do is we have our markers set up. A is right here. 1 is right here. So what we do is we call out A or 1. And what that means is A starts from A and then goes clockwise. 1 starts from 1 and goes counterclockwise. Basically, the goal of this phase is there's going to be 4 snakes. You have to petrify them and then put this green AoE on the snake to kill it. So I call A. So basically, because the snake is here and here, because I called A, I'm going to start on A and then I'm going to go over here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move my character and I'm going to point my voice at this. Okay. All right. You put your voice there and then you see Chet right here. He's going to explode. See that green shit? That kills the snake. If you don't freeze the snake is going to cast this ability that gives everybody a damage down, and you don't want to have that. If you freeze the snake and then you don't hit it with the poison, it will unfreeze and cast that thing. You just do this twice. The numbers just indicate who goes first and who goes second. Yeah. Yeah, you can definitely live through the explosion, but the problem is you know, yeah, you ain't meeting the DPS check. Oh, how do you wait? How do you dodge these eyes? Oh, it's really easy. So how you dodge these eyes? Okay, if you look now, the snakes could be like north south, or they can be northwest and northeast. But my character is actually looking this direction, so when the eye goes off, my character can't see it. So on your mini map, you can kind of see where your character can see. So that's how I basically dodge it. And then after you petrify the first snake, you just put your back to the other snakes. You know what I mean? And that's pretty much it. This fight consists of like, I want to say 6 mini phases. So this is snake phase, or well, we called it soft snake phase because it was easy. Easy snake phase. The eyes come from the snake, yeah. Okay, so this mechanic right here, this is going to be a double, there's basically going to be things that spawn on the outside of the arena. Okay. See this snake or this dragon right here? Okay. Well, that means that everything on the inside is going to be death. And over here, you can't really see it, but it's a phoenix. So that means that everything on the outside is going to be dangerous. And it always works this way. All of the blue is dangerous. So there's only 2 safe zones, 1 and 2. Yeah, exactly. It's always an H pattern. It's just either north, south, or east, west. So it's going to be an H pattern. This is a 2-part mechanic. So basically the safe spots are always going to be next to these markers like this. So there's a snake going through here and there's wings going through here. Now at the same time, there's going to be a roll spread. So what I mean is it's either going to be all tanks and healers or all DPS. They're going to be hit by this bomb. Whatever roll is hit by the bomb, the other roll needs to go inside and bait out a Protean. How we did it was we always shot the Protean on the intercardinals. We could just watch the footage. Okay, now you see this? See this line? Remember the H? Okay, now you see this explosion on me? This is a big ass explosion on me, and there's a big ass explosion on Bach. Okay, now this means that this explosion targeted supports. So that means that DPS, they need to run in and bait out a Protean. So me, I'm going to get the fuck out of Flux's way. I'm going to go right here and I'm going to stand. And Flux is going to come from my beard all the way in right there. So I move. Flux moves in. Gwyn moves in. Okay, look at this. This is perfect. See this Protean? This is a Protean. And then there's 2 other Proteans on the other side. The other side looks exactly like this. Now, we baited them intercardinal. And the reason why we baited them intercardinal, so we could use the markers. So we basically stand on the markers and just run straight in. So it made it easier. But you could also bait the Proteans the other way too. It's just, we just did it this way. After this, the mechanic is, okay. All right, after this, there's going to be another H, and it's going to be paired with either Stack or Protean. This nest of the Flame Vipers, that means it's going to be a Protean. This positioning is very tricky because it's going to be another H because it's out. This can be in, but this particular variation was out. So it means we have to be out and we have to spread into Proteans. Here's another reason why you can put these markers there, because it helps you align yourself. What I do is I look at this line, I place my character to the left of the line, and then I back up as much as I possibly can. And Flux is going to do the same thing, but since he's ranged, he can fuck off all the way back here. This is why you typically want to pair the fucking ranged with melees and shit. I think the other tank just gets fucked down there, but anyway. Okay, so you see this? So here's the Protean from me, and here's the Protean from Flux. As you can see, as long as each player is like max melee right here, max melee right here, you should be okay. You might have to hit a GCD, peel off, get hit with the Protean, then move back in, and that's fine. This mechanic can be one of 4 things. This can be out Protean, out buddies, in Protean, or in buddies. If it's out buddies, you both just stack right there. If it's in buddies, you both just stack right there. If it's in Protean, you got north, you got just like this. You just literally go to your Protean, make sure you're here. In this case, it was out Protean, which I think is the most difficult. I think out Protean is probably the hardest. So this mechanic's really easy to figure out. Okay, this mechanic looks really, really fucking difficult. Like, it looks crazy, right? All these lines in the middle, right? So here's how you figure this out. This is what I do. The only thing I look at is this square right here. That's it. You're going to see two lines and they're going to go up like this. When they get to this point, this is how you can tell when the safe spot is. If the lines go like this, then that means that the safe spot is opposite of this. If the lines go up and then they both go like this, if they both turn like that, then you go opposite of that. So you go over here. You basically go the opposite of wherever the lines are. So if the lines go up like this and then they go like that, you go this way. If the lines go up like this and then back like this is the safe spot. Let's look. Okay, now you see how this line went this way and this line went this way? Okay, well, because the lines are going this way, the safe spot's over here. Super easy to tell. You only look at the one square. You only look at the one square. Yeah, but like I said, this is how I tell. This is one of those mechanics where you can look at it a lot of different ways. Okay? You can look at it a lot of different ways. My way is not the best and it's not the worst. This is just how I look at it. As long as you don't die, then you're fine. You know? Okay, now remember how I said that the snake was get the fuck out? Okay, well, this is the dog form. So you want to pop your anti-knockback and you want to go like right there. So this rearing rampage, the strat that we use is a prog safe strat. So you want to spread out in protean positions here. Healers typically stay a little closer to the middle, and he's going to do 4 AoE abilities on 2 people at a time. And you basically have to remember your number. You're going to see when he hits you. Okay, so these two got hit. Whenever you get hit, that's the jump that you're going to take. And I'll explain the jump in a second. So, you know, another 2 people got hit. Looks like the 2 healers got hit. And then the 2 tanks got hit. Okay, so I'm third. And then the last 2 DPS. Okay. So now the strat we do, this is like kind of a safe strat. So what he's going to do, this stomp dead, is he's going to jump 4 times on the farthest people. The strat we did for this, we put our 1s here, our 2s here, 3s here, and 4s here. That means that the first 2 players that got hit, they would go out first. They're 1. Then the boss is going to jump. And then when the boss jumps, the players that got hit second would go here. Then the boss is going to jump from here to here. When the boss does that, the 3rd players that get hit, they're going to move here. And then the boss is going to jump back. And then when that happens, the players that got hit last, they're going to move here. And the boss is finally going to jump back here. Now, you don't have to use these 2 positions. I've seen groups where they put people here, here, and down here for uptime purposes. It's the same shit, except for the boss never leaves melee range. Even with this strat, you can get full uptime. It just requires more precision. If you're progging this fight, the strat where you put the parties closer together has a higher risk of failure because the jump is based on the farthest person. So let's say that one of these guys down here, they're a little bit further out. Well, instead of the boss jumping here where he should jump, he's going to jump on right here where he shouldn't jump. It's one of those things where like risk versus reward. But anyway, this is the way we did it. You don't really lose much. You don't really lose like anything. Like as you can see, like look, I didn't even lose a GCD. I hit my GCD, I ran out, the boss jumped to me and I got my GCD again. So even if you do this strategy, you don't really lose a GCD unless you just, your GCD is rolling poorly, I guess. But yeah. But that's how you do the mechanic. So regardless of which strat you do, the first 2 people that get hit, they're the ones out first, then the next 2, then the next 2, then the last 2. Remember new positions. Twos and 4 are 2, but everybody in the middle first. Oh, that's so good, dude. That's fucking sick. Holy shit, that's sick. So right before he casts the vents, he's going to do Octo Flare or Tetra Flare, whatever. You need to remember this. This is insanely important. This mechanic is kind of a long mechanic. And at the very, very, very fucking end of this mechanic, he's going to do this. You need to stack or spread. So in this case, it's going to be a spread. You need to remember. So this is just AoE shit here, man. You know, this is just AoE. Okay, Fourfold fires. All right, now you need to remember this here. Okay, this is the snakes from the normal mode. Okay, so there's an AoE here, an AoE here, an AoE down here, and right here. So you basically just want to be in the middle. Okay, now after this comes down. All right, now this is the same logic in normal mode. This is the same mechanic. So this vent right here is animating and the vent down here was animating. So that means that 1 and 3 are going to be safe because there's going to be massive AoEs that come from both of these vents. The vents that become active, it's just completely random on which two are active at first. Okay. So you can see now. Ooh, don't get hit. All right, you can live, but you'll get a damage down. Now you can see how big these AoEs are, okay? Oh, also, another thing to keep in mind. No matter what, always, always, always stay in your light parties. Light party 1 should always prioritize the top 2, and light party 2 should always prioritize the bottom 2. During this mechanic, he's going to do a stack or spread before the end. So in total, he's going to do 2 stack or spreads, and he's going to do one after the dragons, like on the second vent. So like for instance, so like right here, Tetra Flare. Tetra Flare is the harder one because if a person runs to the wrong spot and it's Octo Flare, you can salvage it. You can just separate. But in this one, if someone runs to the wrong spot, you're just fucked. Anyway, so during this time, he's going to do Tetra Flare, which is buddies, or Octo Flare. So in this case, it was Tetra Flare, which was buddies. And then, at the end of this mechanic, he's going to do the one that we had to remember. How many people remember what he did at the beginning? We'll see. Oh, looks like you were right. Okay, it was a spread. So at the very end of this mechanic, he's going to do Sunforge, which Sunforge is the thing where it's either going to be the snake or the phoenix, where you have to be in or you have to be out. So in this case, he did the phoenix. You can kind of see the phoenix fly around his like body. So like right there. See the phoenix, how it flew around. Okay, what's phoenix? So that means that you'll want to look at these lines on the ground again. And you want to be in here. And you can kind of spread out however, you know. Just spread smart. Don't spread dumb. You know, that's it. Snake mode. Oh, snake mode 2 or dog mode 2? I think snake mode's harder than dog mode. Snake mode, if you fuck it up, it's a group wipe. Dog mode, the only way you're going to fuck that up is if you have a bad call out. There's not a single mechanic in dog mode that wipes the entire group. You can do the mechanic correctly in snake mode and still wipe, like from another person. So yeah, this is just a standard tank buster. Like you just have to, the first tank takes it, you swap, the other tank takes the second hit, then the first tank takes it back. Okay, so it's also so he's gonna do Forged Reflection again. This is gonna be Snake 2. Alright? So Snake 2, man. Snake 2 is fucking hard, man. Snake 2 is fucking hard. Okay? It's hard because it's a choke check. You have 2 extra debuffs here. You have this one, which is a stack, and you have this one, which is a shriek. This is like role-based, right? Either the supports are going to get stack or shriek, and then the DPS are going to get the opposite, okay? Basically, you need to have a stack and a shriek go to the same spot. So there's 2 stacks and 2 shrieks. You need to have 1 stack and 1 shriek be in the same snake, and you need to have the other stack and the other Shriek be in the same spot. And there's only going to be 2 spots that you can be safe in. It can be literally any one of these, but it's pretty easy to find. You have the same debuffs from the first phase. You have a voice and you have a stack. I guess it's also important to note that it's either all supports get the first voice or all DPS get the first voice. I've seen some concerning fucking strats with this, man. I just honestly think that this is the best, man. Real quick, what strat is Party Finder doing for this? No one moves. Okay, that's the bad one. That's the one I hope Party Finder doesn't do, and I'm going to explain to you why when I get there. Okay, so basically what we did was we picked two colored markers. Okay, so in this case, I go to 2 and B is out there. So these are the only 2 positions that I care about. I don't care about any other position. I have a voice and a poison. Everybody has this, okay? There's going to be 4 snakes this time, not just 2. There's going to be 4 at the same time. So every player is going to go to right there or right there. It just depends on where the snake is, okay? The snakes are going to spawn. If a snake is right here, then you just move to your cardinal marker. So like, that's what we take care of. That's what these guys take care of. You know, that's what these guys take care of. And like, you know, that's what these guys take care of. So basically, I only worry about 2 points right there and right there. Those are the only 2 points I worry about. So basically in this iteration, if you look at this right here, the voice is going to go off first. The reason why it's called voice is because from T7 a long time ago, that's what it was called. This is a reuse mechanic. The goal of this is to freeze the snake, but do not kill it. Whereas in the first iteration, you wanted to freeze the snake and then kill it. In this iteration, you want to freeze the snake, but not kill it. So pretty much I'm going to be gaze first. So I'm going to position my character right here. Oh, real quick, you see this guy standing right here? Okay, well, basically all of these tiles on the outside, don't even go there because it's a death zone. So you want to stay in the 4 inner tiles, okay? All right, so you can tell that the snakes are going to be like this. Now, real quick, I want you to watch my character and how I move my character here, okay? You see how I'm doing the wiggle? Wiggle. See how I'm doing the wiggle? I keep attacking. Okay, I keep attacking and my character is facing this direction. Okay, so this is very important. Once I see where the snakes are going to spawn, I know that because I'm shrieking first, you're going to put all the voices in front of the snakes because you want to freeze them. The tanks and healers are going to move to their marker and they're going to freeze the snake. The DPS are going to stay here and they're going to explode. Okay. After that goes off, you're going to swap. The DPS is going to go here because they're going to refreeze the snake. The tanks and healers are going to go here so that their poison explodes and doesn't hit anybody but themselves. Now, I'm not going to go into it too deep, but I'm just going to give you my reason why I don't think static positions is good. The risk is so much higher. It is so much higher. Okay, static positions were to mean if I were to stay here and I don't move. So my static position would be here no matter what. And his static position would be here no matter what. Now, I'm going to tell you why this is bad for multiple reasons. The first reason is if the static position is here, I can't keep full uptime. Well, I mean, I guess I could, but I would have to move here, which would fucking defeat the purpose. Trying to not look at the snakes is going to be fucking awkward. So that's the first thing. The second thing is this. Let's say that the snake is not here and the snake is here. You're going to tell me you're standing here and you're going to trust a party finder player to voice the snake right here with you standing right there. I want you to think about this for a second, okay? What if I have the poison and I'm standing here? And what if I'm 2 pixels too close and I blow this fucking snake up? You need this snake later, or you can potentially need the snake later. It's gonna be fucking horrible if Party Finder puts a person here that has to voice this snake and I'm standing right here. Holy shit. Oh my God. For the love of fuck, do not do that. So look, here's the mechanic. This is the way that I think you should do it. I'm going to position my character here. Okay? Right when that goes off, I freeze the snake. Then we swap. So now I take the poison away from the snake. Look how big this poison is. I want you to fully understand what Party Finder is trying to do. or what some people in Party Finder think is a good idea. Look how massive this is. You want to put that next to the snake just because you don't want to move? I really think that if Party Finder does that method, it's going to wipe them so much more. Anyway, this is what I think you should do. Voice that. Once the voice goes off, swap positions. All right. Now, from the first phase, remember the priority. Tank 1 was A clockwise. Tank 2 was 1 counterclockwise. So in this case, this is a stack, this is a stack, this is a shriek, this is a shriek. So what this means is that since Tank 2 has the stack, they're going to start on A and rotate clockwise. Healer 2 is going to start from 1 and rotate counterclockwise. These are the stacks. They're going to be put on the safe side of the snake from the shriek. I'll explain the shriek in a minute. The shrieks are going to do the exact same thing. They also have a priority. So in this case, we'll say melee is 1 and ranged is 2. So melee is going to start from A and they're going to go clockwise. Range is going to start from 1 and they're going to go counterclockwise. It's the same shit from the first phase, the same priority. Now, after you do this, you're looking on the outside of the arena because the boss is actually going to kill 2 of these snakes. Okay. Now see, I'm like panic looking. Okay, you see this guy back here on the outside ring? All right, so basically he's going to blast 2 snakes. He's taken 2 snakes to the casting couch. He's going to blast them. So that means that this snake right here and this snake right here are safe. Since these 2 snakes are safe, group A, which is Grand and Lemon, they're going to start here and they're going to go clockwise. Group B, or 2, which is Bach and Flux, they're going to start at 1 and they're going to go counterclockwise. Since there's a snake at 1, they're just going to stay here. But group 1 is actually going to move to 2. The positioning of this is like this. You're basically using the snake to LOS from the shriek. So you put the shriek right here, the group right here with the stack. You want to have the shriek really close to the snake so that the shriek player also gets stacked. Okay, Bach is the stack. Now this stack is going to kill the snake, but Flux, since he has the shriek, he needs to LOS everybody. So basically like this, oh my God. So you put the shriek, then the snake, then the group, and the party stack will hit everybody and it will kill the snake. Boom. There it is. That's how you do it.
Is he talking to us, dude? Bro, who's he talking to, dude? Oh my God.
Man, shut the fuck up. We're doing a guide here. How do non-debuffs know what snake they're in? Oh, that's a really good fucking question, actually. I'm glad you asked me that. You can 3-5 stack this. The stacks are pretty forgiving. So like for me, for instance, I don't have a stack or a shriek. So in this case, like I would start at A and go clockwise. Chet would start at 1, go counter. You know, same shit. In my opinion, just in my opinion, this is a huge... Go figure. Choking on the snake. This is a huge choke point. Go figure, of all the mechanics, you're going to choke on hard snakes. Dude. Petrify. Swap. Repetrify. Spread out the poison. And then you do your priorities. Your shrieks. Your stacks. Boom. Okay. Tank Buster. Oh, by the way, I want to say that Snake First is the blessed pattern. Yes, you need to myth the stacks. Yes. Oh, he didn't. Oh. My Voke was late and he didn't shirk. I'm sorry, Grand. Fuck. Okay, so this is dog. This is dog now. Okay, this is the same shit. You want to pop your anti-knockback. Okay? All right, now, This is going to be new. He's basically going to jump to a random cardinal. He's jumping on where he's looking. So, you know, he's looking this way. So he's going to jump on A. All right. But what the jump looks like is it's this big, huge fucking... Okay. So it's like that. It's huge. You want to get the fuck away. Now there's two different casts. One of them is quadrupedal crush and the other is impact. So crush is you want to get away. Impact is a knockback. So in this case, because it's crush, we're going to run over here. But if this was impact, then we would actually run towards it because it's going to knock you back. I don't think you can't anti-knockback this one, I don't think. So crush. Okay, you see that? Holy fuck. Look how big this is, dude. Dude, how did I not get hit, dude? Oh my God, I'm so fucking good at this goddamn game, dude. Holy fuck, dude. So you obviously don't want to be in that shit, okay? Now, when he does this, okay, he's going to do Die Flare or something else. What's the other cast? It's either going to be Light Parties or it's going to be Buddies. Die Flare is like Light Parties. Yeah. And like Tetra is Buddies. So he's going to show you the order that he's going to do it in. It's pretty easy. It's okay. This is like one of those things where it can be really easy, but it can also be really hard. Dude, it's another choke check, man. You're always going to get knocked back, and what we call it is drive. So like, okay, all right. And the reason why we call it drive is because for those of you that didn't play in Shadowbringers, there was Titan, E4. He would get into a car and he would drive and it would knock you back exactly like this. So that's why we say drive. So when we say drive, we mean that. So basically we're going to drive to D and then pause because he's going to crush. Then we're going to drive to A and get knocked back to safe, okay? And we're in our light parties. And remember, whenever he drives, you always use these lines on the ground, these black lines. Another reason why these markers are so good is if you're on the corner of this marker, it doesn't matter if he drives like this or like this. You will always be knocked on this square. Yo, what's the order of mechanics? Okay, follow someone. There we go. All right, drive to D, pause. Drive to A. Get knocked back to the safe zone. That's the whole fight. This is the hardest door boss, in my opinion, that they've ever fucking released. Yeah, this is the hardest door boss that they've ever fucking released. Wait for it. No fucking way we do it. No fucking way we do this. No way. This is fucking stupid. This is fucking stupid. This is so dumb. Why? Why? This is so fucking stupid. We have 2 fucking damage downs. And I swapped the gunbreaker. And